What's up YouTube, Dougie Chong here. Welcome to my second renovation video. I'll start to show days 3 to 5 probably. Not as much happened in the first 2 days. I'll also show this clip from day 2 that I missed. It is just me applying the water to the ceiling in order to scrape off the popcorn texture. We started day 3 off with a pretty rude awakening. They were doing some road work right outside of the townhouse, so we couldn't even drive in. Had to walk about 2 blocks carrying all the tools and equipment. So a lot of day 3 was just shaping up some drywall. After putting on the drywall, we did a coat of plaster, and by the end of the day, it was really starting to shape up. We also tried to sand the remaining popcorn ceiling bits smooth, but you can't really tell from this picture, but it doesn't really work. The texture remains there, it's just kind of sanded down a bit, and we wasted a lot of time when the correct thing to do is just to plaster over and then sand. Moving on to day 4, I finally started to bring my GoPro to get some time lapses. We also made some holes for recessed lighting. Modern designers will say to use 4-inch lights to make your space look bigger, or even these lights called gimbal trim, which allow you to move the positioning of the lights. But we opted for 6-inch lights just to ensure that we had the space lit up well enough. We didn't really want a dark spot in the middle. Running the wires through the ceilings without taking the ceiling down is no joke. This task easily took the majority of days 4 and 5. If you have the option to run wires before putting the ceiling drywall, I highly recommend that you do so. Even if you are not sure you will need them, it's just better to have the wires in place. Running wires after is an absolute pain. You need to drill holes through your joists and fish the wire through little holes. At least the 6-inch holes provided more room to work with. Here is a time lapse of me just scraping off little bits of popcorn ceiling that were still stuck on as my dad drilled holes for the electrical wire. Scraping these little bits really was not necessary since we were going to plaster over the ceiling anyways, but we didn't know we would need to plaster at the time. Again, to reiterate, the steps to remove popcorn ceiling is apply water, then scrape, plaster, and then sand. Do not sand before plastering, it will be much too tough. And then if you really want, you can add a second layer of plaster. We also removed some of the risers and chiseled some parquet off the treads of the stairs. Alright, day 5. Here's a close-up of the ceiling. It really wasn't flat even after sanding, which illustrates the need to plaster over. If you are okay with a slight textured look, then maybe you can just paint over this, but I really recommend plastering. Here's a time lapse of just more wiring. Again, like I said, it is not an easy endeavor. I think fishing the wire through ceiling joists just comes with the experience. We used an electrical fish tape and fiberglass rod with a coat hanger as well. That sums up days 3 to 5. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if this video helped you at all, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Enjoy the rest of your day and see you in the next video.